Good morning, friend. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Today's Friday. Well, at least right now. I don't know what day you're gonna be watching this, but it is Friday. We got a super awesome WLOG coming up today. Also got some updates about the California $500 limit and the law on that, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna be talking about that throughout the day. But the main WLOG, the main job for the day is, I estimated it a while back, so you might remember it. I am installing 5 ceiling fans for a lady and then also some shelving units. So looking forward to it. And all the ceiling fans are replacing light fixtures. So most likely the ceiling boxes are not light rated, or I mean not fan rated. So I'm gonna need to pull them out and replace them. I may need to go in the attic. I'm gonna try and do it all from below. I'm going to be using those Central Electric old construction fan rated boxes, the ones that screw into the joist, just because if I can use those and not go in the attic, I would rather do that. But we'll see kind of how it goes. Those are the ones I'm going to get. I'm also going to get some fan rated pancake boxes and things like that, just so I have everything that I need. So yeah, we're going to get to it. So first we got to stop as Home Depot, and then we're going to get to the job today. So let's do it. Alright, my first fan for the day just has a cover over it. Looks like it used to have a light or possibly a fan at one time. As you can see, I am repping a Simix Home Repair t-shirt sent to me by Eric Smithers out of Dallas, Texas. Super awesome guy. So you see the number on the back of the shirt. That is not my phone number, but that is his. But he's got a pretty sweet shirt. Sent that to me a few months ago. Had to add on some wire pigtails and just to make the wiring longer so I could get everything going, because there's quite a bit of lights junctioned inside that junction box. All the lights in that room are junctioned out of that junction box, so basically I just made some jumpers so I could shove everything back up in the box and just have 2 wires hanging out that I needed for this fan install. And all the fans that I'm installing at this house, they are all ones that you have to install this way, so you can't, they're not the style that just hang by the ball, but they are mounted up this way. This one is by far the biggest fan, and then the other 4 that I'm installing in the home are a little bit smaller. I think this is a 52-inch, and the other ones are 44-inch ceiling fans. Alright, and there's our first fan all done. Just gotta hook up the longer cords. Then the next one's gonna be in the kitchen. I was almost certain that this one was going to be needing to replace the junction box with a ceiling fan rated junction box, but lo and behold, all the boxes in this house were fan rated, or at least fan rated to my ratings. The full metal boxes with kind of the inset tabs, able to hold a lot of weight, and these were actually carriage bolted to the joist. I've never seen that before, so quite interesting. And then the next step is to assemble our fan blades and get those on the fan. I always like to kind of sit down and just, you know, get it done, kind of rest a little bit while you're working on the fan blades, because, you know. And then this here is the fastest fan blade install you ever did see. This is the time warp mode on my new GoPro 7. Pretty sweet. It has a, I was messing around, so on this job you'll see a few different speeds. But this is, I think, the slowest speed, and then they just get faster from here, so that's kind of an exciting little function that the GoPro 7 has. Kind of fun messing with that. So installing all the light fixtures and all that onto the ceiling fan. Man, I am hungry. I'm hecka hungry. It is 12 noon right now. I'm taking a lunch break. I got 3 of the 5 ceiling fans installed, and everything's going smoothly. Every fan or every ceiling box that I've come across thus far has been an interesting style. I've never seen this style. This is an older home. It's a full metal box that's like enclosed around like a ceiling fan rated box, and then it's actually carriage bolted through a joist. So normally the criteria that I go after for a ceiling fan rated box is a metal box that has the correct like it can't just be this and then have 2 tabs that come in. That's not ceiling fan rated. But have like a full enclosure that actually supports where the bolts go in, or the screws go into the box. And then also a good solid metal connection that is thick enough to hold a fan. Those are the criteria that I hold for a ceiling fan rated box. And this one definitely meets that. This ceiling fan box is it's pretty solid. So all of them, all the 3 thus far, so I'm assuming the other 2 are going to be the same. And then I have some cabinets to install, or just to hang up in the kitchen when I get back. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the California law that I just recently have learned more about. As I promised you guys, I told you that I would dig deeper into this California law, so I've been trying to dig deeper, trying to figure out exactly what the law is and how we as handymen can operate. So I talked to another great guy. He actually runs the UHA, the United Handyman Association. His name is Flash the Handyman. He's on YouTube as well, check him out. And he had some great insight. So according to him, and according to the guy at the CSLB, is that a job is considered all the work that you do at the house during that estimate. So like one invoice is one job, you know, essentially. So yeah, I guess you could give the person a few different invoices, but that still can be construed as breaking the job up into smaller jobs to try and get past the $500 limit. So really, the only way that he says to get around it, and he's talked to people at the CSLB, is to work hourly. I don't particularly like that because I feel like me as a person, and the way I'm motivated, largely motivated by money and helping people, is I don't like the thought of being controlled by an hourly rate. So like, I really like the way that I do it now because I can work faster, work harder, and my skill set proves itself that I can make more money per hour by how fast and how good I work. Working hourly, you don't really have that. So I'm definitely going to be switching things up, because with me, my name is Honestly. I got to be honest about what I do. So I'm going to no longer be getting estimates that are more than $500. I had an estimate day yesterday, and we worked it out. So I'm going to be doing most of those jobs hourly. Some of the projects are going to be billed as long as they are under $500. So we're going to go from there. And yeah, pretty excited about that new thing. I'm still trying to adjust it. I got to change a whole lot about my business and the structure, but we're definitely going to get through it. So this job today, I'm telling you right now, because I just found out this law, you know, again, like really digging into it a few days ago. So this job here was not quoted correctly according to this California law. So this is actually one of my last jobs where it's going to be like this, and then the rest will be hourly going forward. You know, I think I maybe have like another week or so of this old estimated work. But yeah, we're gonna get to it. So we're gonna go grab some lunch. I hope that makes sense, and thanks for listening to me. But we are gonna get back to this WLOG here. Gonna finish up installing those ceiling fans, and then install those cabinets, and then do a few other things. So I'm excited for the day. Let's get to it. All right, and then this ceiling fan job is in the son's room, so you can see all the toys there. And this is another time warp function. I think it's a little bit faster than the one in the kitchen, so kind of fun to do that. So kind of makes looking, you know, installing a ceiling fan look hecka quick. I do have a video on how to install a ceiling fan if you are interested in that or wondering how to do that. I'll link that above. Also, I mentioned a little bit about that I'm wearing the t-shirt from Eric Smithers. That guy is a follower of this YouTube channel and a great friend. I met him in Dallas, Texas a few months ago, and he is a great guy. So definitely check him out at Simix Home Repair. He is a pretty awesome guy out in Dallas, Texas. So if you are ever looking for someone to work with out in Dallas, he's definitely your man. So now I am working on installing these cabinets for the lady in her kitchen. They are meant to mount up just with the top mount, and so basically the bottom is like not mounted to anything. I didn't really like that. I wanted to fully affix them to a stud. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting some pieces that I'm going to fix on the back, because the back has a gap between the backboard and the wall, so I just want to basically fill in that gap with a piece of wood. So that's what I'm doing right here, just basically gluing and brad nailing those pieces of wood in there to make the back flush, so I can mount those directly to a stud or attach those together. It's kind of funny. While I was doing this, I'm like, man, I feel like I'm like Robert Daly, like doing some woodwork here. But not quite. He would probably be using much better wood. This is just wood that I had laying in my truck. This is just OSB plywood that I had in my truck, and it just happened to be the right thickness. So just getting that adhered to the back there, and then making sure those are fully adhered, and then I'm going to take those inside the house and find out where my studs are, mount them up to the studs, and then also affix them together with shorter screws as well. So that's what I'm doing here, just making sure everything is plumb there and everything's looking good. So that first one I mounted to a stud, and then I believe the second one I just mounted to the first one, and the third one I believe was mounted to a stud. And then the fourth one I mounted to the third one and then hooked it up via the top bracket, which is how these are actually meant to adhere to the wall. But I didn't like how they were loose to the bottom, so that's why I kind of did what I did, so I could get a screw in the top of each of them and in the bottom of each of them, and just make sure that they were not going to go anywhere, because I don't like the thought of just having them adhered on the top to the wall and then the bottom being freely loose. I mean, someone could easily just tear that out pretty easily. So what I went ahead here, and then the next step is there's a bunch of little shelves that go into this, and I just have to install each one kind of one by one. There's a whole box of them that you can see there that has a whole bunch left over, and then I just want to do one final screw where things were a little bit loose. All right, heading home. That was a good day's work here. We were there for a total of 6 hours. Total labor was $875, and like I said before, I quoted this job a whole long time ago. Now that I understand what the law is and how it's distributed here in California, we're definitely gonna do things differently going forward. I think I have about another week of scheduled work from before, so we're gonna get it going here pretty soon. But so yeah, total labor $875 here for 6 hours. I ended up not using any materials I bought because all the ceiling boxes were fan rated, so that was good to go. And then I installed those cabinets, so we were good to go there. Yeah, so everything was cool. It was kind of cool. I did a little bit of woodwork in there, but pretty horribly. I mean, I should have had like regular plywood, but I didn't. I just used what I had. But it works, and it's those cabinets are holding firmly. So yeah, so now we're gonna go home and spend some time with the family. But thank you all so much for watching this vlog, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment in the comment section below, and we'll see you on the next vlog. Have a great one, guys.